welcome to Baines living room. Thank you for coming to the social. We thought that it was just very important that people kind of just come and see Baines. I think in August it's supposed to be demolished. And so what we wanted to do is just kind of celebrate whoever was in Baines. If you want to say a few things about your experience in Baines, if you can, if you want to. If not, that's fine too. And then we're going to give just a little bit of history, just about Baines. And then we can eat ice cream, take pictures, and whatever else you would like to do. Okay? And again, I am Pam Hester, the president of Durham chapter. We welcome you. And we'll go into the history. But one thing first, if you don't know the person beside you, introduce yourself and tell what class. Does everybody know everybody in the living room?
No. Not yet.
Do y'all want to quickly go around the room and say your class? Yeah. Okay. I'll start Pamela Hester. I was Ayers then, class of 1997. So let's start this way.
Cynthia Polar, class of 87.
Felicia West, class of 1986.
86.
Yeah.
Norma Petway Smith, class of 1977.
77.
Right.
Sandy Lee, Sandy Dempsey Lee, class of 1977.
Mother Reed, class of 1977.
Marilyn Harrison Evans, class of 1977. 77 in the
Sabrina Berry, class of 1991.
1991, okay.
Denisa Baker, class of 2000.
Ida Page, class of 1971.
1971, okay.
Deborah Ricks, life, class of 1981.
Selma Hayes, class of 1981.
I'm just supporting my aunt.
we can use all the support.
Class of 1967.
1967. Mr. Ellis, what's your class? Well, introduce yourself. Yeah, stand right here.
All right, I'm Dennis Ellis, and when I finally got out of North Carolina, 1977, but I should have got down at 72. I was in the military for a while.
Okay, well, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right. And then we have some alums on this side of the living room.
I am Valencia Thompson, class of 1994.
Wanda Motley, class of 1994.
Are y'all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Class of 2015, Micaiah Jessup.
Okay.
Tamisha Foster, class of 2015.
We have a friend. We have a friend here. Okay.
Just a friend as well.
We have some more friends.
But I want to represent class of 77.
All right. Mr. Van.
Andre Van, class of 93 and 95.
Okay. Pam, you are right on in at the right time. You can say your
30
name
years.
class.
30.
What up?
By the time 95, time to get my master's.
Oh, gracious. Hi, my name is Pam Swinson, class of 1996.
1996. Okay. And so now we'll have Mr. Van, who's just going to give us a little bit of history about Baines Hall.
All right, hey, Andre Van, also the University Archivist and Historian here, and so very glad to have all of y'all out here. I'm sorry, you want me to repeat it? 93 and 95, all right. Right, 30 years this year, right. But we're lucky. We stand here before a building where we get an opportunity and chance to sort of kind of celebrate, or as we like to say, decommission one of our buildings here in the built environment here at the university. By the way, I came as a freshman, and our orientation session was held, student union with registration, and at that time, we all got to live here in Baines, and so I was one of those lucky folks, you know, about 5 stories up. I'd never been up 5 stories, let me just tell you. Come from Henderson, but I was lucky, all right? And so this building plays a pretty important role. I remember talking to Miss Page, for instance. She mentioned she was in the 2nd class. Well, this building came about in 1966. right? And serve a very important role with the stories, almost 9 stories up, right, including the basement below. But over 82,000 square feet of space, right, that represents a total of over 400 beds. And I know many of y'all probably knew just about everybody in every room because it was like a sort of community. While I must take a little ding because of me and we had to live across campus in Chitley Hall, so we're gonna let that pass. I'm gonna let that pass right now. We gonna act like we didn't hear that. We gonna act like we didn't hear that.
I believe she got some stories.
I believe so. Yeah. Well. One thing that became important was, and like always is a shock, but progress comes along the way, right? And that progress sort of represents. We have the building right beside here, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But on November 14, 2018, Board of Trustees, with the support of the governor, recommended that this building sort of face the demolition because as the university sought to kind of move, to kind of add on newer structures and those that had, as you might say, less issues, right? And you know, Eagleson was not too far away, but yet structurally sound, much more so than this structure here, right? And so that's just sort of some important facts to understand. But also, it was equally important is for whom it is named. Baines, he was president of a insurance company here in Durham, and so from 1957 until his tenure later in the 1970s, he served as a member of the Board of Trustees here, and you know, a white Board of Trustees member, but probably one of Dr. Shepard's, who he knew, by the way, and then later Dr. Elder, one of the most important persons in the city, served on the city council. And so when you think about, you know, the question of philanthropy and support, you think about Baines, right? And those that were willing to sort of spend their almost majority of his life almost here as a member of the Board of Trustees. And so equally so, the most important part about this is not necessarily all about the building, but also linking that with your experiences, right? And so that's what Mr. Ellis is going to sort of help offer you an opportunity, but also an opportunity to take photographs directly beside here. They're working feverishly to kind of go in and pull out all the items. We've saved quite a few items that were preserved. For those that may remember, back in the day when they used to have the postal service inside your building, how lucky were y'all? So we have saved that piece, and it's already in storage. They will also be decommissioning. There's a placard with the name there, so make sure you take a picture of the name. So that'll be coming down as well. We saved a few pieces of furniture. But what was interesting was the Campus Echo, and we'll find a way to get you the story. But anyway, they did a story on Baines. And so we invited a few folk to kind of go in, and it was interesting. We saw all these names carved into the desk. You know, forget state property, but we're gonna overlook that. But people are giving and leaving their mark there, and that was important. And so we captured those images as well because we wanted future generations who may not be here to know that here shall rest the grounds in which Baines lived, which is a part of your legacy and part of your history as well. And so that's what's important here. And so I'll kind of stop here and I'll let President Hester kind of share here. But again, I think the idea is that you will see as they finish up, and 9 times out of 10, probably, I think we're looking at probably about August when the structure will probably physically come down. That's what the hope is. That's what the hope is. Right.
Let me ask you this. Since we're going to do this, we're always trying to raise money because we're always begging. Right. Or when they come down, are we going to make it a fundraiser that you sell those bricks to the alumni or whoever wants to buy? I'm just being real. I mean, really. I'm just being real. We're trying to make money, you know.
I would be glad to go back and share that with those that can do something about that. Okay. I serve on the university space and allocation committee, but I'll be certain to share that with them. I know we had a similar situation, I think, at Chitley, and so I will certainly make sure that gets shared. Okay. All right. And when you know the university should make a decision about that, we'll make sure it's public to them. Right.
Exactly.
All right, we'll make sure.
What are they putting here in place of Baines?
Yeah, well, from right now, as I know of, they're saying they're going to put a sort of a grassy knoll, and it sort of will kind of change the trajectory of, if you know where the new student center. How many have been to the new student center? You been to the new student center?
Yeah.
All right. right, so that look from there directly all the way over, it will sort of change that view in terms of what people will be able to see. And so again, I think until they more further decide what they're going to do, right then it's just going to be a little grassy area there. But then you see, we in April of last year, we dedicated George Street Apartments here, and then Austin Avenue, and then Lawson Street Apartments as well. And so again, these represent probably about 500-600 extra, per building, extra and newer, much more modern structures that are brought here on this campus. And so we hope that you take the chance. Don't just look around this building, but take a nice little sweep and look around the whole campus as well. I think you'll be very pleased with what you see. Okay. All right. So I think I get off the hot seat right about now. Well, thank you.
So since we have students that don't have housing,
I wish I could answer that
I'm just
question.
asking a question.
Yeah. I'll be glad to relay that back. I can relay that back.
Is it anywhere? Yes.
Excuse me.
Question.
Is anywhere? I like her idea of purchasing a brick. Is it anywhere that we can purchase a brick and put our name on it in the year we graduate and go somewhere?
Like I said, I'll make sure if you look out. I'll make sure maybe some persons may come through, but I will certainly make sure that is expressed and shared with the folks who handle this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but excellent idea as well.
Thank you for that, for the
All right.
history lesson or journey. So now what we'll do is, does anyone want to come up and tell us of their fondest memory that you would like to share? Fondest memory.
What's your fondest memory?
I met some of my best friends in Baines, so I have nothing but good things to say about Baines. I can't remember what floor I lived on, but when I was here, let me see, that was in like '93. All the females stayed in Baines Hall. First we started out in Eagleson. So that's where all the females were in Eagleson. Then we all moved towards Baines. So I have nothing but great things to say about Baines. Sad to see it go, but I guess I understand. So does anyone else have anything they would like to share?
I just remember the spring hanging out the windows, and the most excitement was waiting for the spring lines to come out with the fraternities and the sororities and watching them step.
Did they come over to here?
They used to step right
here.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Across that, especially Omega South Side.
Okay.
Yeah, the Q Dogs was the excitement. Atomic Dog.
Well, that would come when I was here and sing outside the window. The cues were different fraternities, and everybody be hanging out and some up,
One thing I will say is that by staying here, this is where everybody came for 1040 break on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so you didn't have far to go, or you could kind of hang out the window or whatever. So I thought that was a great. Yep, during 1040 break. So.
And here was because we stayed here. We're so close to some of the other buildings to get work study or whatever. You didn't have far to go.
Yep. And at that time, of course, as you can still see, they have the I guess, I don't know what you frame or whatever for the AC. We had to have AC in our windows. We didn't have the AC. All you had was the fan. We don't know nothing about no air conditioning. But we couldn't even pay for it.
Yeah, but you didn't get the frame unless you got the AC there. So otherwise you had to put a box fan up there.
Oh yeah, that's all the went to hell for us was the box fan.
And TV.
The hot plate. The hot plate.
Yeah.
We probably didn't have one in the joint.
We had hot plates. And I remember the handy range.
Yeah, there were no microwaves.
Y'all didn't have
the
those.
hot plate was straight in there.
Y'all remember the panty range?
Oh, Lord.
Bring the camera closer. He's bringing the camera closer so you can talk about it. Can you hear? Okay. We have some other people who have joined the living room. Do you want to give your name and the year that you graduated? Do y'all want to tell the year your name and the year you were here?
Jacqueline Beatty Smith, class of '79.
81. Okay. Lady.
Charlene Harris, class of 94. Tina Clark, class of 95. Sherry Corley, class of 95. We didn't have air conditioning either. Some people did, but we didn't.
Anybody else want to share anything?
Did y'all have the one phone on the hallway, or y'all had?
Oh, yeah.
One phone.
And what you would say is,
The phone in the room. Oh, my
whoever was passing by the phone would answer it, and they would say,
your mama.
Sandy, you have a phone call. It's your mama.
One washer, one
But if
dryer.
you answered the phone
And it was for somebody you didn't like, you'd say, she's not in.
I believe that too. Or if they wanted to use
Not very legal line.
That's junior year we had cable.
That's been it.
They had to get cable while you was here or right after you left.
Maybe so, 'cause I don't remember that.
You left in 97. So it had to be right
Maybe
after
right
the
after I
episode.
left.
Because I came in doing my classes around all my children to see Jesse and Angie. Because I came in 97 and we
If y'all had
I
it?
believe-
Okay.
I'm
Well, see,
thinking
I
we
moved
did.
off campus in like 96-ish.
I think we had cable. I can't even remember.
hard,
I was
yeah.
not in my room. We started out doing that.
Would anyone else like to share anything? If not, we're going to move to you can come and get ice cream. You can take pictures, whatever. Mingle, socialize, whatever you would like to do. But we just want to thank you for coming. And don't forget to take a picture. I think he said in a placard up there on the exterior. So enjoy the ice cream. Yep.
Have y'all seen y'all stuff, Sam? Yes, yes.
Everyone, hello.
She's so excited. She's so excited. She done talked about everything. She's so
Okay.
So we just want to thank everyone for coming. But before we end, well, we still have a few more minutes. But what we wanted to do was just give a toast to Baines Hall and to the memories that you have. And we're going to let alumna Norma Petway Smith do our toast.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Eagle Pride. Amplified. All right. So, you didn't think I knew that, did you?
I said you better know that one.
You didn't think I knew it, but I do. Okay. First of all, I think we should give a round of applause and a gratitude to Pam, Hester, and the Durham chapter for pulling this together. This has really been great. You know, it really is. And I think all of us, male or female, has memories of Baines Hall. So I would just like to do a simple toast and say to Baines Hall, all of those that have passed through since 1967. All right. Here.